Welcome back, everybody.
And here's what happened last time.
New technology. Ominous black smoke. Mounting production problems. What's left?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Oh my gosh, this guy's so evil.
In this world, is it possible to change the past? I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Oh no. Oh gosh. Maybe he wants to erase himself from history.
Sorry.
You okay, Paimon?
Paimon accidentally. Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep.
What's wrong?
What do we...
Oh no, that's not a good sign.
Paimon was,
You were getting so worried about the situation with the balladeer that you started listing foods.
the balladeer? Is that a food
Oh no.
too? Huh. Weird name, though.
It's a salad. The saladier.
Her eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No,
The
nothing.
balladeer. Is that someone's name?
Just forget it.
Sure. Where are we going?
Want to go back to Inazuma?
Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting...
Let's get over there first. We'll talk on the way.
It's been a while.
I'd like to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Riding Gokuden, that story. It's a good story, right?
Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Aminoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline. And for a long time, only the Aminoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaede Harakazu recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when
That
he
is
forged
true.
the Ishin blade.
Oh, yeah, we were.
Good times.
I learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
And what was that reason again?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. The Raiden Gokuden were
Do
the
tell.
targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago,
Okay.
so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose
Right.
not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives. Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The
Wait a
smith's
minute.
death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself and grew up
Is that
deeply
really how the
resentful
story
at the
goes?
world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. The then head of this family reached the end of his wits. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately,
Oh,
killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. But when he
that's
came to
that's
the
really
Kageyama
sad.
and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back.
Okay, that's
fiercely,
good.
and they did not spare his life.
The legend of Raiden Gokuden has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmiths. It looks like the balladeer did something in Irminsul, but it seems Niwa still died.
Anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuha recently?
Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact.
Okay, so he still exists. And he's the same Kazuha I know.
My pleasure.
Don't tell
Things don't seem so bad
other places
so
you wanna
far.
visit too, right? On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler.
Looking for the commissioner and Miss Kamisato? I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate.
Are they
Where are
on
they?
business?
The commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the commissioner's place.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Yeah, let's go inside. Can we take a
If
walk
it
in the
were anyone
courtyard?
else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
We'll be heading in then.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Just want to walk around, clear my head a little bit, you know.
Yes. Is there something you want to say?
Can I ask you some questions?
Of course, traveler. What would you like to know?
How are the
Oh,
commissioner and Miss
they're both
Kamisato?
very well, indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy. As for the commissioner himself,
Okay.
well, you know, busy as ever.
So
But in a good mood. That's nice, yeah.
you're on the Yashiro Commission, huh?
There's a donut behind us.
Very much so.
I have to go get it. Hayato is still the Yashiro commissioner. Ayaka is still the lady of the house. No changes there. Nothing's changed in the Yashiro commission either.
Well,
Alright, so all of our Inazuma friends are doing pretty good.
Welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more
Aw.
than for you to come and visit more often.
bye for now. Where are we going next?
To Tarasuna.
Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
All right then. Take care now.
Here we are. But what are we looking for?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the
Hey.
train I'm on?
Xavier,
Yeah, it's us.
what are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me.
That's
So,
so
uh,
big.
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
How well do you understand the history of this area?
And make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago.
I'm listening.
Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The
Oh.
tale of Tatarasuna starts a long
I know.
time ago. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it.
Oh,
There was a guy back then. too.
interesting that you mentioned that.
They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a
Yeah,
long
collaboration.
way. How about that?
Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace, leading to all the ensuing chaos.
Weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on, ask already.
I
Oh,
am.
I didn't realize
Relax,
you two were here for a
Paimon.
history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for
Totally.
historical knowledge?
Absolutely.
Sure, go ahead.
Have you ever heard of a kabuki mono connected to Tatarasuna?
Kimono. No, I can't say that I have.
Oh, no.
I do know the word Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
There's no more kabuki mono. Did the balladeer really manage to erase himself from history completely? If so, he must have wanted to change the world and revert everything back to the way it was, but so far, it looks like the majority of changes have only affected himself.
Of course! Don't mention it.
What's up with you today? Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what
Thank you, Paimon.
I'll always be there for you. Don't mention it. Alright, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
I love that she's so excited for me. She has no idea what's going on, but she's just happy to be here.
Hey, it's them.
You still talking about the
Indeed we
essay?
are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
We have
Oh
time.
no.
What do you want to talk to us about?
The same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we join them?
These two have researched Tatarasuna's past. Let's hear what they have to
we
say.
haven't made any real progress.
The article that you let me read last time was amazing. Can I take another peek at
yeah,
that?
Of course.
Okay. The Tatarasuna area has always been a major pillar of Inazuma's smithing industry. Oh, I assume that this is different now. The mechanic. But there's nothing here about the balladeer. I love that they were like, we know that not everyone's gonna read all of this, so we'll just show you visually that there is something different about these. He'd erased 2 of his names. If he really succeeded, it must have taken all his might,
Well,
but still.
What do you think?
Masterpiece. Amazing.
Remember how last time Akuba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this?
Sure.
What did you find out?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma.
I'll tell you everything.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do. Traveler, Paimon, how have you been? Ugh,
Great.
where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
I was investigating the situation with the balladeer.
Dear?
Oh no.
Some kind of code name.
Oh no.
Is there something you need to tell me?
Don't read my mind right now. Just like last time, any changes to Irminsul affect her as well. Balladeer acted quickly. He finished raising himself before Nahida could stop him. I'm the only one who still remembers the things that were erased. Once again, I'm the record keeper.
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that have happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. There was once one named the Balladeer, created by the Electro Archon. He was a puppet who lived among men. After a series of events on Tatarasuna, the Balladeer, thinking he had been thrice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. With no trust for humans and only loathing for the gods, he bore his grudge for years as he grew in strength, then returned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity within Gnosis and ended up losing everything. Finally, he entered Irminsul and learned the truth behind his betrayal. Knowing now that his entire life was built on lies, he did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story.
Wait, so then none of the Archon quest would have happened? That's what's going on here?
So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past. He very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless,
There was someone there, I promise.
if someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality. So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because, well, because he literally changed the world? Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it.
We were enemies after all. I don't know his perspective on all this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Did he want to reset everything or save someone, or did he want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to it. Still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically, and my hesitation gave him his answer. I hesitated because I witnessed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata erase her own existence, but I can't tell Nahida that. To put it another way, I know why the Balladeer was so sure it could work, but I can't tell them
Something
that.
else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
You chose such a radical option, and yet...
Couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yeah.
Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us.
Oh?
What is it?
What's
A
that?
record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
The information is presented to you in a way that resembles a fairy tale. Oh.
Is this a fairy tale? I authored this record myself. Huh?
What?
You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer? When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it
Impressive.
is a symbol for something else. There was once a lone
Oh.
monster draped in a fox skin.
We get to
The
see.
monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity.
Oh, that's so
But
sad.
the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur.
The monster in the fox
Yet
costume
when the
is so
other
funny.
foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it.
Oh no.
The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to
The kitten is
the foxes have
so
decided.
sad looking.
You are the one
Oh.
who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin. The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live.
Oh.
It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The
Poor
kitten spent the
kitten.
nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content.
I don't think that's how it works.
I
Oh.
will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world.